Alright. Alright, I think I'm on, so hello. It's TailsFan109 here. If you saw my progress report today, you'll know that I'm starting to get a little burned out. So I'm probably gonna seem kind of tired today. But I want to finish this. So I don't want to delay this any longer. So I've been doing some practicing yesterday and today, and I actually did make it past that area. Hi, Angelica. Hi. And I don't know if Serenity Petrol's art is still here, but hi, Millennium. So I actually got past the part that I was stuck on the entire stream last time. I'm gonna play this a little bit from now, but I actually did get past that part, and I did save a state there. But for right now, I kind of want to earn my way towards things just for a little bit before moving on. But I don't intend to stay in this spot the whole stream again. Let me at least prove myself. Well, there are videos that show where the Chaos Emeralds are, so might be worth it. But the second emerald is the worst one. The fifth one is pretty stupid because it's cryptic, but when you know where to find it, it's easy. It's just knowing where it is. Hi, Queen Blaze. Welcome back to a stream. I am still playing this. But I've proven that I can make it to the part that I wasn't ever able to complete. Alright, so there. I have a state saved there, which last time I streamed, it seemed like it wouldn't work, but I figured out that if you stay on the far edge like this, the whole thing resets, allowing an easy state. So you know what, since I've done that beginning part like a million times, and yeah, I almost, but see, I did make it actually. I was trying to get through it so that I could actually do different stuff for this stream today, and I did actually make it, but I want to demonstrate that I actually can do it so that you guys know that I can. So I'm just going to try this for a little bit. I should be able to pull it off again. Oh, that was too low. Don't worry, I can get this. I can get this. And yeah, normally I don't use save states in this, but I've been in this level for so long that I'm like, screw it. This level's too hard for this hack anyway. Oh, but I have a habit of throwing up. That never sounds good. Ah, the Monday that passed? Well, happy late birthday? Yeah, either way, I mean, Monday was Memorial Day, and Memorial Day is always a busy weekend for me, so I never stream that weekend anyway. That's always a busy weekend for me. Not like work type busy, like family trip busy. I can do this. You're gonna see that I can do it. Because I did do it. And I want you guys to know that I did it. But we're just gonna start here for the sake of time, because I already know I can get here so many times, and I just don't feel like doing that whole first bit over every time. Your birthday's on June 13th. Cool, we're almost there. Hang on, I think I'm getting stressed by this part alone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it easy for a while. I think my brother's coming up for the week, and there's gonna be a nice fun little block party on Saturday, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just end up taking this entire upcoming week off from animating to give myself like a real break. I haven't actually taken a real break from animating since October, so I guess a break really is warranted at this point. I might actually need one. So yeah, I'm thinking of taking the entirety of this week off and just relax. If my brother comes, spend some time with him, enjoy a block party Saturday, and I'm going to see the Amazing Digital Circus finale in theaters Friday, so I think it's time to take a little bit of an actual vacation from the animating. Because it actually is getting kind of tiring now. I can't even do this part anymore. Come on, I just did this like 20 minutes ago. I did this 20 minutes ago! Like, really, I did this part. Why take a break? Because I'm feeling burnt out, and if I keep going, I might not have the energy to continue it again. And by the way, if you tell me that I should be pushing on and ignore my health, I am timing you out completely. There we go, see? I did it! This is my official checkpoint from now on. I'm not doing this again. For heaven's sakes, I've been working on it every day, pretty much. Every day. I haven't really even given myself a legitimate break. Yeah, see, I'm just gonna start here now, because I'm tired of doing all of that again. Wolfric. I have been working on the anime every day for hours, including the days that I go to my own job. Every day, I haven't taken a real break in such a long time. It's getting exhausting. I feel like it's affecting the quality of my work. I'm tired, and I'm sick of people like you constantly demanding it. I need to rest. I'm getting tired. I just can't keep doing this. I can't keep hustling. Like, I started feeling it this month. I should have gotten a ton done, but I did almost nothing, really, in the grand scheme of things. I saw your comment, Angelica. It was very understanding, and I thank you for that. But this is hard. This is actually hard. Oops. I think I have two keys getting a little sticky. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Oh yeah, this key is getting a little sticky. But yeah, I'm just gonna start here from now on. I've been in that other part of this level for like 2 whole streams, plus part of a 3rd. I'm ready to move on. This part's easy. And then I found a way to mess it up. What the? I messed that one up. It's fine. I should be able to beat this hack today. As long as I set that appropriate checkpoint, because my gosh, this level needs it. Okay. Oh my gosh, come on, that part's not that tight, so this part is kind of tight, but this whole Yoshi part really shouldn't be a challenge. Like, everything's right there for me. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Woo! Okay, 1, 2, I only have to do it 3 times. Oh no. What? Oh, whoa, wait a minute. I imagine you guys are fine with me just starting here so that I don't have to go through that whole other bit again. Considering, like, the first 2 streams, the last 2 streams, I never got past this part, so I imagine you guys are fine with me just starting here. I normally don't do this, but I feel like for this level, I really have to make an exception, or I might never actually finish this. Ow. Hi, Supersonic Richie. Oops. I knew that was gonna screw me over. Ah. Yes, well, frick. I already explained everything as to why I need a break, and you're like, why do you need to take a break? Do you not realize how ignorant and rude that sounds? When someone explains something like that, you don't just ask why as if everything I said was meaningless. Whoops. Oh, a cup of tea, how nice. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. Yeah, that part with the chuck is not going to be easy. I missed. everything.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is still not gonna be easy. Even now that I'm at this part. Now I just screw up even more stuff. This level's too hard. I'm hoping to beat this today. You're a Tails voice actress?
Wins! Give me those wins! Right now!
Ah.
I just refilled the bowl this morning. You? Oh.
Oops. We'll just wait and see. Hold on there, Angelica. Hang on. I just gotta remove that comment because if you're a minor, you probably shouldn't be revealing your age. It's not safe. Really isn't too wise to reveal your age on the internet, at least until you can be considered an adult. Yeah. Okay, how am I gonna do this? And then after I pick that up, I gotta hit that and land up there. Okay, and then I think that's the end of this first room, which there's still another room after this, but then we're at least officially halfway through the level. I don't feel super chill right now. Oh, okay, almost. Don't worry, Wolfric. I already told her, so we're okay now. Oh, Kabuko. Not the best time to be asking those kind of questions right now. If you saw my progress reports, I'm a little burned out right now, and I honestly really don't want to think about it right now. I'm gonna be taking a little break from animating because I'm getting too tired to work on it properly. I've been working on animations pretty much every day without exception since November 1st. I need a break. So right now, I'm probably not gonna be working on it for a week or so. So please, if you just came here to ask, you're not getting an answer. I'm taking a break from it. I need it. It's just about halfway done, and I know it's taking a really long time, and I hate that it's taking a long time, and I feel bad about it, but at this point, if I don't take a break, it might take even longer to finish it.
Yay, Tails! Hi, Tails.
As you'll notice, I'm not using this save state anywhere else. I really just wanted to be done with that first section and just move on, and that's it. Now I am, so I'm just going to use that save state as a sort of checkpoint, and that's that. Because if I have to do the other part, let's face it, I'm not finishing this today. Or possibly the entire month, because it's just too hard. Young Sheldon. Well, I never watched Young Sheldon, but that's probably not a good thing. Because I know it's like a spin-off of The Big Bang Theory, and Sheldon's like a very egotistical character, which is unfortunate because I believe the majority of the show's humor is derived from him, and, well, he's just annoying. I never liked The Big Bang Theory. Oh, that's not good. That part is really tight, come on. I can't believe this is labeled a beginner hack. This level's probably harder than most medium level hacks. I wonder if it's harder than anything Kaizo Mario World 1. Okay, maybe that's going a little too far. Of the Sonic Uncut Flash animations made by Hyperactive Youth. You know, I'm not too familiar with the realm of Flash animations that much. I never really watched them back in the day. So, I don't actually quite know what that is, but good luck to you. Even if I don't entirely know what it is. Even though I was around during the era of the Flash animation, I didn't usually watch much of that stuff, actually. Nope, when I was a kid, my favorite stuff to watch on YouTube were boss battle videos of video games. That was my favorite kind of stuff to watch back then. Yes, but doesn't Sheldon have, like, much more of an ego and thinks that he's great and everyone else isn't? Because Tails isn't like that. He's a lot more humble than that. He can have his moments, but that's most likely Sonic rubbing off on him above anything else. You're using Gary's mod? Isn't animating on Gary's mod kind of harder than SFM? I don't know, I never quite understood how to make anime videos on Gary's mods. Using like physics guns or something like that, it seems a lot more difficult and time consuming. But what do I know, because I haven't done it. You can put a link. You can put a link of it on there. Should be safe. I think YouTube still allows that, or did they, like, I don't remember. Do they allow other people to put links in chats? Oh my gosh, I don't like that part. That is so freaking tight. Come on. Tightest Chuck sequence I've ever seen. My headphones are falling out. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. I sometimes forget how long I've had the memberships around for. screenshots while moving the ragdoll characters around. You know, it's kind of like stop motion. Honestly, that sounds more time-consuming than what I do, the way you phrase it. It sounds more time-consuming than what I do. Or, it is, it isn't. I don't know. To me, it actually sounds kind of tricky. I imagine to make a good animation on Gmod is even harder than SFM, since you can't even rely on the usual, like, animation tools. Which sounds a bit more limited, which sounds like more of a challenge. I don't know, is it easy, is it hard? I don't know. Tung 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 Sahur? I have never heard of that. Hi, Jaden. Yes, and now I'm using a save state just so that I don't have to do the whole first part of the stage again. We've seen the first part of the stage for like a combined total of like 7 hours. It's time to just stick to this second quarter of the stage. Oh my gosh. Well, that's the hard part of this quarter of things. You've added the link. Cool. Did you guys like a comment or something? Because I don't actually see it. Alright, there we go. Alright. No! Oh, okay, Queen Blaze. Thank you. Oh, what did I do that for? I got distracted. Oh, it's brain rot. Yeah, I don't watch brain rot because, well, I don't like to rot my brain. I value my brain. If I start consuming brain rot, I'll be too stupid to make animations for you guys ever again. And then you'll just have to watch bad stuff. Because I won't be able to provide anything good anymore. Just because something's popular doesn't mean it's good. As a matter of fact, sometimes if something's really popular, it could be a sign to maybe be wary of it. Like Mr. Beast! His stuff is not for me. There's a spike there. Jeez, there's a spike. Sonami? Well, the show's not really going to be too much about the romance aspect, and plus, if Sonami's not really established in the game, probably not going to be established in this. Because don't forget, this basically takes place in the past before the majority of the games, so I don't want to fully establish a Sonami relationship if it's not really a part of the games, per se. Because then it's like, why is Sonic still terrified of the prospect in the adventure games or Sonic Heroes? That sort of thing. That, and I guess I don't find writing relationship stuff as much fun. The romance type stuff. Oh, come on! Really? Now we're doing trolls? This game hasn't been much of a troller, so that's just kind of mean. So even if Sonic and Amy do get along, not likely to enter the romantic relationship. Oh, shoot. You know, that could possibly work still. It could. I mean, I probably won't see the post right now because I'm streaming, so I can't really look at it. Do I prefer 2D games or 3D games? That really depends on the game in question. The kind of game it is. Like, if it's a platformer game, I'm probably gonna prefer 2D. If it's a horror game, I prefer 3D. If it's a role-playing game, I have no idea. It really depends on the kind of game in question. It's like an exploratory puzzle-solving game, maybe 3D. Like, I can't universally say as a whole what I prefer, because for me, it really depends on the genre. Like, for shoot-em-ups, absolutely 2D. It must be 2D. For a platformer game, I think I prefer platforming in 2D than 3D. The extra third dimension can sometimes make the exposition a little more stressful. No, I haven't ever played Roblox. I'm not really too big into MMO-type games, which Roblox is. Never been a large fan of that kind of game. And as long as the CEO of Roblox is still the CEO of Roblox, I adamantly refuse to even touch that game, because he's a sicko. Preferring to sacrifice the well-being of all the children on that for the sake of extra money. Yeah. So I just full-on refuse to support that game in any capacity. That, and I'm not really into MMOs in particular, so even if the CEO was a pleasant person, I still probably wouldn't care too much. I prefer single-player oriented games by a long shot. Oh man. Like, I remember hearing the whole thing about Schlep trying to get rid of all of the bad people in Roblox, and then the CEO got him removed from Roblox because getting rid of those people was kind of infringing on their profit, so they're saying money's more important than children's safety. Whoops, that part might be hard. I don't remember his name, but all I know is he'd rather keep the child's danger people on there to make more money. You'd have to look it up. But there's been a whole thing about it for quite a while, to the point that I think the state of Louisiana full-on banned the game. Like, you can't even play it in Louisiana. My second favorite Sonic. Basic answer, but it's the truth for me. And then my third favorite is probably Vector. Honestly, after Sonic and Tails, the Chaotix team, they are my favorites, outside of Sonic and Tails. As a result, I was so happy to learn about the Chaotix case files, and I got very invested into that. Oh, and they actually turned Infinite into something more real to worry about. He was still an edgelord, but now he was just a threatening, cool one. Okay. There we go! I'm saving a state here. If I don't beat this, I want to start back here. Most hacks will let me, but this one doesn't, so I need to save state here. There we go! We're finally halfway through this level. Finally! Your first is Shadow, your second is Blaze, and your third is Cream. You have a fictional crush on Shadow? I don't know if Shadow will want to know that. Oh yeah, this looks fun. Wait, I don't have to load a state. I can just reset now. So hey! Progress. This is after this room. This hack is over for good. Oh no! 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 What is that? That's horrid. Don't make me do it. What? No. Let's not even think about that. I have the save state, so we're perfectly safe now. We're perfectly safe now. So let's not even worry about that. I don't like this part. Okay, I should have known that was bad. I don't know if Shadow ever really could get married, considering, you know, I don't think he ages. If he marries someone, he's just gonna have to keep dealing with the person he marries dying every single time. Like Skips from regular show. Everyone he loves, he's gonna witness die because he's immortal. And I don't know if Shadow really ages or anything like that. And if we take Shadow the Hedgehog game lore into account, his father's basically an alien. Yeah, he is not going to age at the same rate as everyone else. He's just not going to. He'll probably seem almost just as young when Sonic becomes old and passes away. Normally, yes, I don't use the save states, but considering I've been on this level for like 7 hours already, I just used it as a checkpoint for that one part because I did it for 7 hours straight. I know I can do it, and I didn't want to do it again. I don't intend on using save states the rest of the way. I just really had to. And by the way, this reset I'm doing is not a save state. It is literally just built into this game. So hitting L and R to reset, that's not cheating. But yeah, it kind of is cheating, and I normally never do it. I had to make an exception this time. I really did. Like, if you've seen how long I've been doing this level, the past 2 streams was nothing but, like, the first quarter of this level. You'd understand at this point, I think. I just hope I don't have to do it again, because if I have to do it again, then I'm really gonna feel scummy. I already hate the fact that I did it. It's the first time I ever had to use a save state in a Kaizo hack. And I'm not exactly happy about it. I think you mean Benson, Mighty. You mean Benson. But yeah, I went through all the other 53 hacks I played, plus every other level in this hack without using save states. It's just that once you've done something for hours and you know you can do it, and you just really gotta move on, eventually... Well, come on. Give me a break. Unless you want to see me play no other games but this for the rest of our lives. And I don't think anyone wants that. Not anymore. I don't like this. Okay, what's beyond? The Zero Phoenix experience that happened to me during 2017? No. What is that? I mean, I did go on DeviantArt at the time to read Sonic fan fictions, which would end up serving as one of my primary inspirations for the Tales That Bond, but I'm not familiar with any big news that happens on the site. You love the Tales That Bond series, Serenity Peach, Trolls Art. Thank you. Hopefully after I take my break, I'll be able to do a much better job with progress on that. Alina the Hedgehog ring a bell? Nope. Can't say it does. Nope. The only stuff I really paid attention to in DeviantArt back in the day were those Sonic and Tails fanfics I read that I mentioned, and whatever pictures were in his favorites, because they usually involved some pretty adorable Sonic and Tails artwork. How am I gonna do this? Sonic Ghost Predator? Never heard of it. Yeah, I'm really not familiar. Oh. Well. Let me not touch the controls for a bit so I can process this before I go back into the game. That's something. Okay, back to the game. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Now I have to learn this. I mean, we cannot think about it right now. I mean, it happened like 9 years ago, right? Most people's trauma's probably healed. Except for perhaps some potential unfortunate victims. I don't like this part. Gosh, 2017. That's around the time I started typing up my, prototype scripts of the Tales That Bond, back when I couldn't do creative fiction to save my life. Then she came back in 2022, then got banned again. And now she probably wouldn't get banned because the site's probably run by AI. So the AI will be like, oh, this is okay. As long as you use AI art, I will ignore anything you make. Because I do know DeviantArt has a lot of AI art now, and it's generally very darn noticeable. Sonic EXE. I think just about anyone that's in the Sonic fandom has heard of Sonic EXE. Though honestly, Wolfric, I wouldn't be surprised if that is how it works. I mean, look at YouTube. It's been breaking down and accepting stuff that's not supposed to be accepted and downright destroying stuff that is accepted, so I don't think AI really knows. Well, that happened. Oh gosh. What am I supposed to do here? Wait, what can I do there? Yes, but like half of the code is on YouTube is made by AI at this point, and ever since they started utilizing AI to program YouTube, bugs and glitches have become a lot more common, including just times where YouTube just full-on just doesn't work anymore. Like the site goes down and you can't use it. Nowadays when that happens, it's usually because the AI messed up the code. How do you think I feel? Some of the songs I listened to back in like 2004, now they're over 20 years old. I remember hearing the song Rich Girl all the time, which I probably shouldn't sing it because it's copyrighted. Though something in this is probably already copyrighted anyway, so I don't know, maybe I could sing a little bit of it. I have all the money in the world. I was a wealthy girl. Okay, there we go. I'm demonetized. I'm gonna lose my channel now. I won't lose my channel, but this likely is demonetized. I want to look at a video. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm looking up a professional. I can't get this timing down. All right. Show me. Okay, no, that is absurd. Oh my gosh, that's absurd. That is crazy timing. What the heck? Oh no. Well, maybe I'm not beating this today. That looks hard. Really? You don't recall any times within the past few months where YouTube is like, YouTube is currently down, come back later? Because it's definitely happened. think I already forgot how it worked in the video. That's how ridiculous it looked. Well, it stayed on, but I didn't get back. Oh my, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm so confuzzled. Yeah, okay. Then we spin up there and get up there, and I have no idea what we're doing from there. Help me out here. And here I thought maybe I'd manage. Tell me, Wolfric, how are you supposed to learn if you just have AI do the stuff for you? The thing is, if you don't actually do the stuff, your brain actually doesn't retain it. By using AI to get the stuff done for you, you're not actually getting smarter. You're actually getting, dumber. Your brain is actually turning to mush because you're not working it. Same thing goes with, like, writing versus typing. As convenient as typing is, your brain actually processes the information a lot more when you, like, physically write it down. Okay. So your teacher should not be encouraging use of AI. Really, AI has scientifically been proven to kind of melt your brain a little. It's how you're gonna do stuff in the future, but you won't know how to do it. What are you gonna do if someday, like, AI runs out and AI programs run out of funding and you can't use it anymore? What are you gonna do then? All it takes is one serious outage and you're out, and you're without AI for at least 2 weeks, maybe longer. What do you do then? How will you get by? Because you never took the time to learn anything, you had AI do everything for you. If that happens, you're kind of in trouble. You can't have AI do everything for you, because one of these days, it's not going to be able to help. If there's like a blackout, your PC is not going to be able to do the AI because the AI servers are dead. If the AI servers are dead, no PC in the world will be able to run it. And what if one day the company that runs the AI goes out of business? The entire AI server shuts down and it's gone. We've already seen it happen with an AI video generator. They couldn't generate enough money for the funding, so it got shut down, and now it's gone. If YouTube went down, well, I'd probably start having to do what other people do. If my computer still works, SFM works without the internet, and if the internet runs out, well, I'll just have to start doing stuff elsewhere. I'll have to read more. I have game systems that don't require connecting to the internet, so I could still play those. I could go out, I could run more, I could go to places, talk to more people. I would just have to go back to how I lived my life back when I was a kid, before YouTube even existed. But yeah, if AI died, there would still be YouTube. Google would just have to actually hire people again. And not have 75% of the Google website literally be run by AI. Thing is, if AI stops working, we just gotta go back to having humans actually doing things now. You know, the way we've done it since the beginning of time. We don't need AI. Up until like 4 years ago, we didn't use AI, period. And we were still thriving. AI is not needed. Technically, YouTube's not needed either. Yes, I would lose my secondary income, and then I'd probably have to find, like, maybe a second job to make a little extra money. Yes, and if there wasn't YouTube, well, then that's it, making YouTube videos, but I could still live my life without it. Sure, it might feel a little duller, but I'd still be able to live my life. I'd still be able to go see family and play games together. I could still, like, go to the beach or an amusement park. I could still go sledding and ice skating in the winter. There's a lot of things I could do if YouTube did one day completely die. Well, the job I have right now is technically a low-paying job, and without the extra YouTube money, I would probably need some way to make some extra money. There's all these things you gotta think about, Wolford. Things that you can't rely on AI to do for you. You can't rely on AI for everything. If you do, you're gonna find yourself incapable of doing anything one day. And honestly, if a company was to die, the first thing they'd have to do is get rid of the AI, because it's easily the most expensive thing they're utilizing. Oh my gosh, I actually made it, and then I failed. Like at Amazon? No, not at Amazon. They don't value anyone's life. No, probably just like a nurse standard job, like, I don't know, part-time at a store, and then suddenly full-time to pick up during the summer season, since I don't have to work during the summer. Because my month is a 10-month position. I don't work during the summertime. I never made any videos on Sora. I never even touched Sora AI. And guess what? That money's not gonna go to anyone. Why? Because the trillionaire's not gonna give the money to anybody. He's just gonna lay off more people, and then the rest of us get more poor. Honestly, Wolfric, I think your teachers are brainwashed. They are brainwashed. Is the goal to make someone so rich that there's no money left for anyone else in the world? It sometimes seems like that's what AI is for, is to make the rich richer and make the rest of us not even have a life. I don't think Rockefeller was a trillionaire. I think he was the first billionaire. But we've already had billion-dollar companies, Wolfric. That wouldn't be anything new. Apple is and they likely got there before AI started being utilized. AI isn't what makes the money. Smart practices are what make people rich. And some luck, and maybe inheritance. A lot of the times, inheritance helps. Yeah, but wouldn't it be better if all that money could go to other people that need the money, such as people that should be working at the companies? I don't know, it's like, if the only things that are working are AI agents, who's getting the money? Not you, not me. Not anyone else. And eventually, if we don't have any money, then we can't buy things, which means AI can't be properly funded, which means eventually it dies, and then they have to hire humans back to make up for all of the costs from AI with no one to spend money to help support it. That's just sort of a basic economic thing. If you set things up so that no one can buy anything, then the stuff that needs money to keep running eventually runs dry. If you deny everyone money, then eventually even the rich will run out. Okay, but who's going to fund your AI if no one has any money to spend? Did you think about that? Because AI costs a lot of money. It's like millions of dollars per day at minimum. AI is expensive. Did you even stop to think just how much it costs? You can't just blindly say AI is going to solve everything, because if you do, well, what happens when things go downhill? The AI can't be the answer if AI goes down. Gosh, I only got this part done once. That was bad. Plus, if you want to figure out how to succeed with using AI, don't keep relying on AI. You need to be able to have a strong enough brain to come up with the solutions on your own and figure out how to utilize AI towards it. But if you just keep using AI, well, that's not always going to help you. Why? Because you won't know how to put it together, because you're not using your brain. It can give you ideas, but you still need to be able to make the ideas flow properly, and that requires a strong enough brain, which requires thinking for yourself and not having AI do it all for you. So even if you're going to use AI, you still need to be smart about it, which is hard to do if you're never using your brain. How come the stuff with the buzzsaws are always the hardest parts? Okay. Not enough to run a business. For me, I don't want to use AI because I value having a brain that can think things through myself. Like, I learned how to do everything I do, and I didn't need AI to tell me how to do it. Why? Because I experimented on my own. That's not a guarantee, and especially if everyone else is studying it, just because you know AI doesn't mean they're gonna take you. If everyone can do it, you're going to need to find something that makes you stand out. Yeah, generative AI does need to go. Okay, almost there. I'm almost there. Oh my gosh. I almost have it. I almost have it. It's not going anywhere. It should, but it isn't. And honestly, if you tell an AI to make something and it comes out, you can't say you made it because you didn't. It's basically like commissioning to someone, hey, I want you to make it like this, okay? You didn't make it, the AI made it, so you can't take any credit for it. And because an AI is not a real human being, can't really pay it either. What's the AI gonna do with human money? Oh my gosh, I did it, you guys! I finally did it! Woo! Progress! Now it's time to immediately lose all that. Oh, come on! What is that? 7 jumps? Oh, no! Oh, yeah, what if AI takes all of our drinking water and then we all die because we have no drinking water? You're not gonna like AI then if you die of dehydration because you can't get water to drink. Honestly, I feel like that alone should be a reason to shut off AI, because that drinking water is far more important than having AI. Can't they find a resource to use that we don't need as much? Because, like, water is, like, one of the most important resources in our life. We need water. Without water, we die. Honestly, I feel like if we got rid of AI at this point, our quality of life would probably improve in the long run. And honestly, those AI data centers are probably killing the world even faster than we've already been killing it. It's bad for the environment. Lots of things we do are bad for the environment, but we didn't have to add an extra one. We really did not have to add an extra one. You want to help the environment? Shut off AI! AI used up all the drinking water, but don't worry, for just $20 a bottle, you can drink synthetic water made by AI. Water's no longer free, $20 a bottle or die. I don't care, we have money. Honestly, that almost makes me think of the Lorax movie, where you had to buy air because all the trees were cut down so there was no oxygen to get. So you had to literally buy bottles of air to live. Oh my gosh, the Lorax is an actual allegory now for AI data centers. Oh my gosh, no! Who's gonna be our Lorax? Synthetic water. Oh, and it's 5 times more likely to give you cancer. Honestly, why not? Those sci-fi comics from the 1950s are already turning into reality, so we might as well just keep thinking about it, because, well, all the stuff that's in the comics, it's gonna become non-fiction one day. Like, 100 years from now, humans are gonna look at, like, sci-fi comics from the 1950s and be like, wow, a historic book, look at this! They knew this was going to happen. I don't know. But I'm sure someone will use AI to figure it out, because AI is just meant to come up with decisions that will make things worse. Because it's always been used by people whose sole purpose is to make themselves richer, it seems. Look, a lot of people are going to use AI for terrible reasons. It's just another tool to do bad things with. Any good that can come from AI is going to be heavily outweighed from the negatives. Quite frankly, I don't like AI at all, so I'm very biased against it. I'm a pessimist when it comes to AI. It's basically the reason I had to just forget my computer science degree. It's useless now. Because they don't need me. Anything I can do with the degree I have, AI can do it instead, and they don't have to personally pay him. Not to mention, AI has made the job search even more inhumane than it already is. AI song covers? 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa! I died. I think I've stumbled upon some AI song covers with Tails singing Michael Jackson songs. I don't remember what they sounded like, well, it's AI. Yeah, because AI made it obsolete. Simply put, ever since AI started becoming mainstream, computer science has become one of the most unemployed degrees in the world, when it used to be one of the best. But AI kind of destroyed the entire field. Because all the higher-ups decide AI can do it. We don't need to hire people in computer science anymore. It used to have the lowest unemployment rate, but AI suddenly turned it into the second highest unemployment rate. The highest is computer engineering. So yeah, AI basically made my degree obsolete and made it almost impossible for me to get a job. So naturally, I hate AI even more because of that. So eventually I had to change career paths because it was really the only thing I could do at that point. All AI does is take things away. It takes away money, it takes away water, it takes away jobs, it takes away passion. Meanwhile, gender studies. I still don't know why that's a degree. What kind of a job could there be for that? Like, are there really, like, offices to talk to people about all of the ways you could identify yourself? So yeah, AI kind of almost destroyed my life, so I really do hate it. So I believe all the stuff I say. It really did, in a sense, almost destroy me. I'm terrified riding horses. I sort of have a fear of balancing, so I can't ride a horse without having a panic attack. I legitimately will get a panic attack riding a horse. I've tried before. I hate it. I can't do it. Well, Area, the longer it takes you to get into that industry, the harder it's probably going to become. Like, there has to be, like, really good union contracts to ensure that doesn't happen. And even them, some sort of a loophole will probably be found. Really, you're going to have to start by making your own things, and if people think you're talented enough, you'll get in. But at this point, you're probably going to have to create something yourself first. Well, the thing is, AI was never needed to make a car. Now you're taking things out of proportion. And honestly, I don't think things with AI is necessarily superior technology, considering most people hate the devices that largely require utilization of AI and find they aren't nearly as good as the stuff that came before. AI does not automatically mean superior, especially if it's the only thing you rely on. For AI to work, it needs to work in connection with other human sources. Remember, AI works by taking the stuff around it and creating something after that. It can't create something truly original. As such, it can't really fully improve on something because it doesn't have the ability to create something new. Because that's how history works. A new advancement in technology happens, they throw away everyone else and tries to use only that, then suddenly they start losing money, and then they go back, and then they start working hand in hand with the old-fashioned methods because they work. That's the stage we're in right now. Everyone's just trying to use only AI right now because they think it'll make them the most money if they only rely on it. But after a while, they're going to realize it's not good enough on its own, and in order for the new stuff to work, you have to utilize the old methods still. And AI is going to be the same thing. And as soon as people realize that, that's when AI can start to improve, but it can't improve on its own. Yes, exactly, the Industrial Revolution. Every time something new comes in, people try to use only that and will screw people's lives over just to try to make it work. When it doesn't work, then they start begging everyone to come back. And then it's still there, but we change it with the knowledge we have from older times to make it work. It happens all the time in history. Okay, then explain to me why the vinyl records came back. Explain that one to me. They came back for a reason. Because people liked the way it worked. They grew nostalgic for it. They wanted something physical of their own again, and so a market came back for it. Just like with retro games. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we enter modern eras. Why do you think we have like emulators and such? Because people still want to play the older games, because there's still certain aspects about the older era of gaming that was more personal and had something that modern games sometimes lack. You'd be surprised, Wolfric, I know at least 2 people that have a vinyl record player, and stores sell them. Why? Because people wanted something they can own again. Because it doesn't have the same restrictions of modern stuff that require subscriptions and connections. Stuff that a company can turn off on a dime. Because you don't have to listen to ads when playing on a record. For heaven's sakes. Paramount started releasing vinyl records of the soundtracks to the Friday the 13th movies because there was an actual market for it. You know, Wolfric, old stuff comes back for a reason. People decide after dealing with the way things work in modern society that the way things were better. And that's a fact. That's why some people go back to the older stuff. They miss the way things worked. They miss the idea of actually owning something. They miss the idea of things actually being made by hand. They miss the idea of things actually working for 50 plus years without breaking. I've had a PS2 that already died on me. I've played an Atari 2600 from 1977 that still works almost flawlessly almost 50 years later. You can't beat the facts. things in the older days were made to last. They were made to be used a lot. They were made to be yours. In the modern day, things are made to be temporary, to keep you coming back to buy new stuff. Because they want faster money. They don't want a good reputation, they just want money. I love retro games. I play retro games almost all the darn time. My all-time favorite RPG is for the Super Nintendo, Dragon Quest V. Most of the games I play are really retro in nature. Part of the reason is because you have it, it's yours. You don't have to worry about an internet connection, a server shutting off. You can always play it. As long as the media still works, you can still play it. It's an opinion for someone to go back to an older thing. The reasons why are a general fact. It's a fact that back in the older days when you bought something, it was yours. And it's an opinion that there are people that really prefer things to be that way. But the fact that something was yours when you bought it was a fact. If you bought a game back then, it was yours. If you bought a copy of a VHS back then, it was yours. If you download a Netflix subscription, some of those movies that are there, they're not yours. If they decide they want to take it away, it's gone. It's not yours. You don't own it. But if you buy like a VHS, a DVD, or a Blu-ray, as long as those devices still work, they are yours and no one can take it away from you. That is fact. You can go to the store and buy stuff, but how long will it be until they decide to shut it down and not let it work anymore? What do you do when a company decides they don't want to support something anymore and they shut it down? Now you have to buy a new thing because the thing you have doesn't work anymore. Like, I could play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time as many times as I want. Why? Because Nintendo can't shut down a server of it. I can watch the movie John Carpenter's Halloween whenever I want. Why? Because I have a DVD that's mine and it can't be shut off for any reason except that I decide to shut it off. One of these days, you two could just decide, okay, this Tales from 109 account, we don't want it here anymore. We're going to delete it. That could theoretically happen. Or if YouTube does one day die, all of my stuff, yeah, discs rot. However, it's not because the company shut it off. It's just because eventually it wore out. That's not the same thing as a company deciding to intentionally pull the plug and making you get something new because they don't want you to use it anymore. Anything that's man-made eventually dies. But the thing is, it was made, things were made to last. They weren't made to work until the company decided they didn't want you to use it anymore. They were made for you to use, and to use for as long as the materials can sustain themselves. That's a fact. In the older days, if something broke in a few years, it wasn't because, oh, it's just the way things are. No, it's because it was poorly made, and that service was not a good one. Like, my grandpa, he had a phone made all the way back in, like, the 1910s. 110 years later, it still worked. I called someone from college on that phone once just because I thought it would be funny to do. It worked until my grandpa decided to unplug it because he was getting old and wanted to make sure that things weren't still plugged in if they weren't going to be used anymore. And, well, now he's dead, so. But this iPhone, in about 8 years or so, the battery might not even be sustainable to work anymore. An old phone from 1915, plug it in, it still works good as new. Now, is that an opinion? No, the fact is it worked. Yes, it still worked. I remember once I started messing around with the rotary dial for the fun, and then I got scared when I heard the phone actually trying to pick up the call from the other side. I got scared, actually, because I was like, wait, this thing still works? You say something better, but what about its durability? What about the amount of time it can last? Just because it does more functions doesn't mean it technically works better. If it really was better, it would still be able to last a century long. But the fact is, it doesn't. It's just because something's better in one aspect doesn't mean it's better in every aspect. And once you know it, that phone still had crystal clear audio on the other side. You could hear so well. You could hear better than some phones today. Try to explain that to me. I don't have 10 iPhones. I wait like 6 years or so before I even get a new phone, and by that point my battery is getting pretty bad. But I don't get a new phone even every half decade. I try to make my phone last, but the fact is, after a while, it wears out. Who said I have 10 phones? They're just trying to make me sound bad. Maybe I should time you out. If you're gonna try and put words in my mouth, I'm gonna have to time you out. I'm probably not beating this today again. I can't believe I'm still not gonna beat this level. Like, come on, I'm still here. And I haven't been making much progress for a while. Nobody needs more than one. That won't stop people from getting more than they need, though. Yeah, even this laptop, I've had it for 5.5 years now. And it still works surprisingly, but I have to wonder if I should get a new, especially because of the AI data centers. Less computer parts are going to be used to make actual computers, which means eventually laptop prices might skyrocket because there's none to find because all the parts are being used to support the AI data centers. I don't want to get another device. I don't want to go to Windows 11. I'm thirsty. I like Windows 10 better than 11. Not to mention, everyone complains about how Windows 11 always tries to shove AI down your throat and subscription models and that sort of thing. The kind of thing I don't want. Honestly, I stopped using Microsoft Office because they turned it into a cloud-based subscription service, and I'm like, this is just inconvenience now. Man, I hope Google never puts a price on Google Docs. Otherwise, I don't know what I'd use to start typing out my scripts. Would I have to start typing them by hand? Maybe get a typewriter? Well, I have an iPhone 17 now. I had an iPhone 12 for the longest time since like 2020. January 2020. So I let that phone last over 6 years before I got a new one. And honestly, I only did that because my mom was thinking of getting a new iPhone. She was like, maybe you should come along too. She just asked me, and I just met her there, and yeah. I ended up getting a new phone. And it ended up being as expensive as I thought. I think I got it for only about 800 bucks, which for an iPhone was a lot cheaper than I was expecting. I was expecting like 1,100 bucks. Because, you know, it's Apple, and Apple stuff is just really expensive, but it was actually a decent price, all things considered. But I had to turn off that liquid look on the homepage because I hated the aesthetic of it. I basically adjust as many settings as I can to make it seem like the older iPhone models, because, gosh darn, I just think the interface on the older models are just better looking. It doesn't hurt my eyes as much. Whoops. But yeah, things are made to be purchased every few years now. In the older days, something was meant to last, and if it didn't last, it meant it probably wasn't a good product, and you weren't gonna buy from that provider again, the service. You would go elsewhere. That's how the competition worked back then. You needed something that could last, and if it didn't last, it wasn't worth the money. Nowadays, everything is made to be replaced after a while. It's just like, oh, it's old, oh, just buy a new one. And that is very much intentional. It's very much intentional these days. Oh, that was a lame death. That was a lame death. I just had Mario just walk into a spike. He was just like, la, 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 la. Oh! I made Mario mindless. But why is Mario mindless? Maybe he was forced to watch 5 hours of AI brain rot videos. That must have been it. Wait, things don't last long because tech is getting better? Isn't that a drawback? Isn't that technically a drawback? That's because Windows 10 didn't exist 20 years ago. You can't run something that didn't exist. Come on. You're not even making sense, Wolfric. The stuff you're saying just kind of makes you sound like you don't use your brain. I know that sounds harsh, but that's what it sounds like. Tech couldn't run Windows 10 20 years ago. Windows 10 didn't exist 20 years ago. It was created, I think, in 2015. Or 2016, I don't even remember anymore. And Windows 10 was made because everyone hated Windows 8. So they had to make a new operating system fast. You're making more sense, Area. You are making more sense. And for the longest time, everyone hated Windows 11, saying Windows 10 was much better than 11. But people also said 10 is not as good as 7 was, and that even 7 might have not been as good as, I think, Windows XP. I think Windows XP is a fan favorite, although Windows 7 is generally highly regarded too. So tell me, if it's supposed to get better, why do so many people think certain older operating systems are better? Some people still use Windows 7, because they say it does everything better than Windows 10. Explain that to me. Just because something's newer doesn't always mean it's better. Like, when the PS3 came out, yeah, it was considered more powerful, but it was still considered an inferior console to the PS2, which was considered legendary. Something newer isn't always better. If you equate new to better, you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. Because sometimes someone just makes a mistake when making something new. And sometimes they're not able to correct those mistakes. Honestly, one of the things I hate about making things newer is that it always has to take up more space. Like, I could buy Grand Theft Auto 6 and use up a quarter of my entire storage, or I could get the entirety of the NES, Super NES, Genesis, Master System, Nintendo 64 library in less storage. Like, there's some games I refuse to get just because they're so freaking big, because they always want to make everything newer and better. But then it ends up being harder to optimize, and then it ends up becoming too big, and you can't even get what you want because then everything's too big, and you gotta keep deleting stuff to get more stuff. I kind of miss the days of memory cards, because if a memory card ran full, you could just buy another one and not have to delete any of your data. I kind of miss that still. And as long as you're neat and tidy, having multiple memory cards isn't that big of a deal. But now everything's like, oh, okay, you need a hard drive. Oh, your hard drive ran out? Well, you could use this external hard drive, but then you gotta remember to keep it in, and there's something else you might have to unplug, and yada yada yada. Then if you run out of storage, oh well, it's time to delete stuff. You can't buy internal storage. Running for president 2040. I don't know, if you do that, half of the country's gonna hate you, because there is no such thing as a middle ground anymore. It's either you gotta love the person or you gotta hate the person. There can't be an in-between. But buying more storage is a lot more expensive than just buying another memory card. That's another thing, it's just more expensive. If things are gonna be more expensive, maybe I don't want things to become bigger and better. Money's finite. Maybe I want my stuff to be smaller. Like, I'm not gonna buy a game that's 120 gigabytes, especially since I do animating. If I use up too much storage, Source Filmmaker can't process well anymore, and then I can't animate. So every time I want to get a new game, I have to delete stuff. And the external hard drive I do have is to store my animation data, which again takes up a lot of space. I can't really use it for games. Well, honestly, if games could just be smaller like in the older days, that wouldn't be a problem. Like, a recent modern game that I played was called Alisa. It's less than a gigabyte. You know why? Because they use all the tactics that made a PS1 game possible to make, and kept it in a tiny size. And it was a fantastic game. It's a survival horror game, similar to the original Resident Evil. The thing is, the problem with trying to make things bigger and better is no one wants to try and optimize things anymore. Things aren't optimized, they just let it get as big as they want to. Back in the older days, to make things work, you had to be smart, you had to be strategic, you had to think of any compression and optimization techniques you can. And you were still able to sometimes make games that took almost 100 hours long. I can't with this anymore. 441, jeez. No, that was bad timing. That was really bad timing. Oh, man. I'm not beating this today. I can't believe I'm still not gonna beat this. There's still probably like 7 other obstacles left after the farthest point I made. Am I really just gonna have to start save scumming my way through this just so I can get to another hack? I really don't want to. Please don't make me use more save states. Okay, there we go. No, 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 no! I gotta be faster. Once I land on that, I gotta jump immediately or I'm not gonna make it. It's a pity because this part's easy. I feel like I should really have this down by now. Just gotta let this get closer. I gotta let it get even closer. Oh, I missed. I am so lame. And you know, sometimes the people that enjoy life the most are the people that just don't focus on having more. It is sometimes better to focus on less. It actually gives you a bit more peace of mind. More isn't always better. Like, a lot of people loved Breath of the Wild, but I thought it was too long and stripped away a lot of what made Zelda work. In an attempt to make it more and bigger, it didn't work for me. And then a lot of people did not like The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom compared to Breath of the Wild. Sure, it was bigger and it should have been better, but a lot of people thought it wasn't. Personally, I enjoyed it a little more because it felt more like a standard Zelda game than Breath of the Wild, so I actually kind of liked it more, but it was kind of disappointing that you were basically exploring the same world again in that. Look, just because something's newer doesn't always mean it's better. We see it with video games all the time. A lot of times, someone's favorite installment in a franchise happens to be one that's not really so new anymore. Like, for a lot of people in the Zelda series, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is still the best Zelda game, and it's one of the oldest ones. I love Ocarina of Time, and that's the oldest 3D Zelda game there is, but I find it a lot more fun than Breath of the Wild, personally. And Resident Evil 3, I haven't even played it, but I can already tell based on all the stuff they cut out, heavily inferior to the old Resident Evil 3. And we even see it with Sonic. Like, if you look at Sonic Mania and Sonic Superstars is the newer one, but very few people would say it's the better one. Just because something's newer doesn't mean it's better. It's based more on how it's made, how well done it's made, than how recently it's made. Sometimes the older stuff is just better because there was more thought put into it. And in the older days, when things were more limited, you had no choice but to think more, because if you didn't, it wasn't gonna work. But people were smart as well. They knew how to work around what little they had with and made things work out anyway. Now, of course, there was still some terrible stuff back then. There's terrible stuff today. And quite frankly, you can't tell me AI content is better than the passionate stuff that people make instead. I'm sorry, but I'd rather watch content made by someone who really cares. Like, this hack would probably be better if this level was cut out and it was smaller. Because this level's definitely too hard for the kind of hack it's in. You know, I really do want to save a state here so badly. I'm not going to, but I really want to. I really want to. I want to save a state there so much. Oh my gosh, I really want to do it. Maybe if I don't make progress this stream, I'll do it next stream. I don't know. But I gotta beat this. Come on, I've been playing this game like the entire year. When did I start playing this? February? We're almost in June and I'm still stuck on this. Oh, that happened. Oh, that really happened. Nope, I knew that was gonna fail. It was too early. Like, I know where I'm doing wrong, but it's hard to do it right. Oh man, I hope it... Ah, gosh darn it. I know what to do there. It shouldn't be too hard at this point, but somehow I'm still not consistent with it. Oh, there we go. See? At this point, it shouldn't be that hard anymore. I am not fast enough there anymore. Whew. Oh, not a time for my cheek to get itchy. Everyone ends up becoming a nostalgia junkie at some point in their life. Like, I'm kind of nostalgic for the mid-2000s. Kind of glad I wasn't as into the punk rock or the more edgy, gross-out humor of the era. I admit some of that stuff is incredibly dated, and I'm kind of glad it's over. But there are other elements of that era that I do kind of miss. Well, that happened. '80s, '90s, and early 2000s, late '70s too. Oh, I would love to go to the late 1978 and watch people's reactions to the original Halloween. Back when it felt so new and fresh. I wish I could go back in time and see people's reactions to classic horror movies. I would love to do that so much. I want to see people's reactions like Nosferatu, Dracula, Frankenstein, House on Haunted Hill, Psycho, House of Wax, Halloween, Friday the 13th, The Exorcist, Jaws. I'd love to see reactions from those days, back when the horror was so new, and it was able to terrify people so much. I love seeing people getting scared of horror, so I'd really love to see people react back when things were new. Like, I would love to see how people reacted back when the original Resident Evil came out, and like, just seeing a dog jump out a window for the first time was enough to make people scream and shut off the PlayStation. I would love to see that. Because I have, like, a cousin that's not even a teenager, and even she doesn't scream that badly at the zombie dog jump scare of the original Resident Evil, despite everyone remember it being so terrifying. It's just so tame compared to what we have today. Although, granted, I still think Resident Evil 3 is a freaking scary game. And the original Silent Hill games can really... I grew up with a lot of classic stuff as well. My dad listened to a lot of rock music from, like, the 60s through the 80s. And my mom listened to a bunch of, like, classical music and show tunes from the 30s through the 50s. Maybe even a couple 60s. I heard for the 1931 Frankenstein movie, Universal would, like, put a paid actor in movie theaters to, like, freak out screaming out the building during the climax to make the movie seem scary and make people want to see what's up with the movie. A lot of people were supposedly terrified when they saw the Frankenstein monster for the first time. That Frankenstein look that we're way too familiar with these days was once upon a time one of the freakiest looking designs anyone's ever seen. Speaking of which, we not too long ago actually found the long lost epilogue to the original Dracula. It's been found, not fully restored, but we discovered it exists, and it's so cool that it exists, because it was thought lost for like 90 years. I know, these days it's not scary, but sometimes when I watch those movies, I get into the mindset of why it would have been scary back then, and sometimes if I do that, I do actually still find it pretty effective. Just putting yourself back in the mindset, what was around at the time, and what the standards of filmmaking were back then. Hi, Dana. But yeah, even if The Original Frankenstein isn't very scary, I still think it's a fantastic film and way above the usual standards of the era. The use of sound and cinematography was fantastic for 1931. It felt like something a bit newer than 1931, the only exception being the lack of music, which really makes it show its age. That old Cleopatra movie one day, or London After Midnight. Supposedly that might be considered one of Lon Chaney's best films, but we don't have it. I think I've heard once that about 75% of all the silent films in the world are lost. That's really sad to think about. So much history that's missing there. So many films that we'll never know even existed. Because they didn't think of preserving stuff like that back then. They just figured once they were done airing a movie, that's it. Who cares what happens to it? No one's gonna watch it again. It's really sad to think about. Like, I think that's the way that some American historians probably get if they, like, discover some sort of a long-lost American document that changes the entire context of American history. Like, if you were an American history buff, just imagine how exciting that would be. That's how I feel with a lot of these older movies and such. It's just so interesting to think of what's there that we're not even aware of. There's one movie that I really hope gets found in full one day. It's a 1915 German horror movie called The Golem. Only about 4 minutes of the film are known to exist, but I'd love to see if more could be found one day. I want to see that whole movie. It was supposedly about an hour long, which for the time period was a decent length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, shell jump! I didn't know I was doing the shell jump. Well, I know now. Ah, you're into that stuff, huh? Also African American. Oh, I guess we have a history buff here. What? what is your favorite, geography or era of history to look into? What's your favorite? You know, I'm gonna take a look at that video quick and just see, how far into it am I? Alright, it looks close to halfway, so if I can get through that point, maybe I'm about 3/4 of the way through the stage? About? Maybe not? I don't know. It looks like there's still on the Chinese dynasties. Ancient Mesopotamia. Yes, if I recall, wasn't Mesopotamia sort of like the first group to have like actual written history? Wasn't Mesopotamia like the start of history, ending the prehistoric era? I think I remember something about that. They were the ones to have like the first officially known written language, I believe, which is how we start having history. Honestly, my favorite part of looking at history is kind of the development of like technology, or what it could represent back in the day, so to speak. That's always the part I'm most interested in. More so than like the cultures and their beliefs and practices and all the battles and how they felt. My favorite aspect is the technological department. I can't help it. I sort of geek out a little bit about that stuff. Yes, the first civilization we know of. Wasn't the Mesopotamian civilization also where the eye for an eye comes from, or is that the Bible? I think it was like some sort of a law they had about how to deal with criminals or something like that. When was the last time I really thought about Mesopotamian culture? I remember learning about it in the 6th grade. I don't know if I talked about it in the 9th grade. And honestly, the stuff I'm into is why I don't find American history as interesting, because by the time we get to America, a lot of advancements have already been done. Hammurabi's Code, that's right. So like if you break someone's arm or something like that, then you'd suffer a punishment of roughly equal... What's the word to use? Of equal level or something like that. Or like if you get caught like stealing someone's cow, you're going to lose one of your own possessions or something like that. I think that's how it works. But yeah, I remember learning about the prehistoric times in 6th grade and just getting really excited looking at the textbook on just the kind of tools they slowly started to develop when they learned how. Like from the Stone Age to like the Bronze Age or something like that. That's the kind of stuff that interested me the most. The advancements in the development of like tool manufacturing, that sort of thing. Alchemy. Isn't that sort of like an archaic prototype of chemistry in some regards? I am getting here more frequently, at least. nice to know I'm actually learning. 1, 2. Oh, I went too early! Oh, hi, Cavs Brown. It should come out this year. I think if I just take a week off, I can get a lot more progress done this month than if I just keep going with it. I get more and more tired. I just need some time off. Usually once I've had time to rest, I start working a lot faster. So I think I just need some time off. I think my brother will be coming home for a bit or so. So while he's in the area, I'm probably going to take time off from animating. And I might take time off until the end of a block party that's happening in the neighborhood on Saturday. By that point, I should be well rested enough to get back into the swing of things, I think. But yeah, I did start to notice I wanted to get stuff done, but it just felt like I couldn't easily do it. It was getting harder, which is probably a sign that I need to. I think a lot of people mistook alchemy for like witchcraft or something like that. Because, you know, there wasn't much knowledge in that sciencey type stuff. You weren't supposed to believe in that. You were just supposed to believe in the supernatural and God. It'd be a long while before science and religion would start agreeing to try and go somewhat hand in hand. Yep. In Castlevania Lament of Innocence, alchemy is used to create a whip to harm evil spirits. In a survival horror game called Haunting Ground, alchemy is used to, like, create these pills or such that have various weird effects. So, like, I don't really know how alchemy was used in real life, but clearly people like to have some fun at magical concepts through the use of alchemy. We're not beating this today, guys. I still have so much more to do. Mysticism, more interesting. I'm not familiar with mysticism. I've heard the word, obviously, but, like, I don't have a clue what it is. That was too early. I got scared. I got scared. I got scared! So yeah, once my brother's around, I'm gonna take time off from animating and just enjoy spending some time with him, maybe some other friends out after work. See the Amazing Digital Circus in theaters Friday, and then just enjoy a block party. I think by the time I just let myself go for a bit, I'll be fully rested again. Zoroastrian is okay. That almost sounds like something made up for a fantasy story. I've never heard of that one. But clearly you seem quite passionate on this kind of stuff. You're gonna have to explain to me what that Zoroastrianism is, because I have never heard of that in my life. It's this religion that came from ancient Iran and predates Christianity by 1,000 years. Oh. So, what, like 950 BC or so? Oh, whoops. Honestly, this kind of stuff is how I feel about, like, technology, developments of the video game industry, and, like, horror movies and such, especially slashers. I love delving into slasher films. I love going to the 1500 BC. Wow, okay. I wish I could get this a bit more consistently than I currently do. We're more getting into detail about religion. Don't worry about that calves round. Oh! Zoroastrians, but the duality of existence of mythical cosmic forces being God's way to change the universe. Two forces of good and evil are called Ahura Mazda and Angra Mainyu. I'm going to guess the second one is the evil one, because that kind of looks like the word angry. Oh, come on! Yep, okay. Context clues for the win. 1, 2, 3, 4. Darn it, that is stressful. Whoops, that was too early. One of these days. But it's not gonna be today. I'm not good enough to beat it today. At least we got to the second half of the level today. Like, that is progress. But without a save state, I'd have to do the first half again. And honestly, that's going too far. Any other hack would save at this spot, but this one doesn't. Because it... Why would that not be implemented, dare I ask? Hi, Isaac. Come on, why would it not be implemented? Oh man, that was a lame mess up. I don't like lame mess ups. Makes me feel like I'm just not good at the game. Not again! How do I make that mistake twice in a row? Whoops, went too early. Ow. I knew that was gonna fail. I just wasn't close enough to the edge to make it work. Okay. There we go, I made it again. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to use the bathroom quickly. Maybe that'll give me a chance to compose myself. Let me just see that I did. I need to ensure that I did without looking so that I know I did things right. not work anymore? Hello? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong key. Okay, now I just look like an idiot. I've really got to remind myself which shortcut key goes to the standby loop and which one doesn't, because I keep making that mistake now. That was wrong. Great, I already forgot the timing. We're off to a great start. I didn't think that was gonna work. So if anyone's still here, howdy do. I came back at the perfect time. Well, sometimes if I arrive before a standby loop is ending, I will just let it end before I resumes. Because I always like it to play at least once because it's cues. Oh, you got a drink. Very nice. What kind of drink? Is it like a Pepsi? Is it like a root beer? What are we talking about here? Is it an apple juice, an orange juice, a grape juice, a tomato juice, pineapple juice? It's not carrot juice. It's not gonna be carrot juice. I don't even know if there is carrot juice sold. If there was, I don't know who would want it. Doesn't sound like it'd be that tasty. Dr. Pepper, okay. 2 mini cans. Well, even just one would be too much for me. I don't like the fizz of soda. For me, it personally burns my tongue too much, and I don't enjoy the fizz. I really don't enjoy the fizz. I'm sensitive to fizz and sour and hot spicy stuff. I'm very sensitive to it. Like, if someone gets mild chicken wings and I bite into it one time, I am getting an entire glass of milk in my mouth to eliminate the pain, because it's going to take at least a glass of milk to get rid of the pain. And I'm dead serious about that. So I don't drink soda. I mostly just drink water and juices. But I love a vanilla milkshake. It's just not something I should have all the time because it's not good for you, you know. The caffeine be hidden! Oh, I forget that soda technically has caffeine in it. I always kind of forget that. I always think of just coffee when I think of caffeine. What did I do that for? Oh, Supersonic Richie, you're here! You redacted a message that I never saw. There we go. Okay, here we are again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now that I know your favorite episode has been the Amazing Adventure Kiss is episode 3. That's probably my third favorite. My second favorite is episode 6, and honestly, I think 8 is currently my favorite. There was just a lot of good stuff in episode 8. But there's one thing I've noticed. My favorite episodes tend to be the ones where Kinger always gets to really be himself throughout, for the most part, and plays a big role in some way. Like, episode 3 was definitely his episode. Episode 6 gave us more of those moments that just shows why Kinger's the best. And then in episode 8, we really get to see him actually, like, do his stuff. 1, 2. And I'm gonna be seeing that finale Friday. Some friends, my brother and I, we arranged to see it in theaters. I still don't exactly know where the theater is, though. Well, there's 8 to pick from. More than what you have to pick from for my series, that's for sure. So I feel like your favorite episode might partially have something to do with who your favorite character is. My least favorite episode is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops. I do like Gummy Goo, and he is my favorite aspect of episode 2. But I just found the story outside of Gummy Goo just kind of dull. I just feel like the energy didn't work so much in that one. The stuff outside of Pomni and Gummy Goo just felt kind of weak, not as well planned out. Felt more like nonsense hijinks as opposed to the character story development type stuff that I like to see outside of Gummy Goo's scenes, of course. And I just didn't find the comedy to be as funny in that one. It felt more, I guess, generic. My favorite character is Kinger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why do I keep letting go of the jump button? I don't want to let go of the jump button. I fell. Carnival Pomni. Honestly, that's part of the reason I liked episode 8, because I loved seeing just how messed up Kane was getting with the realization that people don't really like him or his adventures anymore, that what he's designed to do is wrong, that Bubbles may have been manipulating Kane the whole time. The way he just snaps and just how horror-esque it really becomes seeing Kane absolutely losing his mind. Like, his AI is going beyond what it's supposed to do because he's starting to get that human touch of suffering. And it made for some very good drama. Not to mention that musical number was fantastic. I really loved the drama of episode 8 a lot. I'm starting to get here more consistently now. That's good. I think it's confirmed that Bubble is dead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on! Oh, I missed. Well, time to do it again. Hi, 9. Episode 7 is taking a break right now. I am burned out. I'm kind of burned out, and I really don't want to work on it to the point that I completely burn myself out. So I need to take time off of it. So right now, when is episode 7? I don't know. And thinking about it never makes me feel any better. So don't ask that question. It's a way to mentally exhaust me, because it's part of the reason I feel like I have to keep chugging along, because people keep asking, treating me more like a machine that automates content than someone who's just trying to create something and not lose their mind over it. I hate it when people ask me when the next animation is, because it's like, I don't know, I'm just one person. And let me say this, if I did make a release date, oh my gosh, it'd be so off by now, because I would have thought it would have already been out by now. I don't know when it's coming out. You should look at my progress report that came out today, because 1, it shows how far I am, and 2, it kind of explains how I feel right now. You should have a freaking beach party. It should definitely be here. If it's not here before the end of the year, I'm really sorry. But episode 7 hasn't really been easy to make for me. It's probably been the animation that's given me the most difficulty since episode 3. Which was also the time I was starting to get burned out, so... yeah, this is not a coincidence. I really am just getting burned out. I'm actually getting pretty good at that now. Not so much that part. And also, when you say, as long as I get up by the end of the year, I'm going to be honest, that actually kind of stresses me out. Because, like, oh, if I don't get this out before then, everyone's going to hate me. Why did episode 3 burn me out? Well, at that point, I was just working on animation so much for so long and on such long hours that my brain never had a moment to rest. And by the time I was making episode 3, I was really starting to feel how tired I was by overworking. I was overworking. I was working on it like whenever I could, 10 hours a day. If I was working, then I would do it like every single moment of free time I had. If it was the weekend, I'd work 10 hours a day. And after a while, my brain couldn't do it anymore. Like, it kind of shut off. And I'm kind of starting to get there now, because I've been trying to work on it for longer periods of time. So I haven't been pacing myself out as much. Well, Cavs, you said as long as we get it before the end of the year. That alone adds stress, and that's not putting words in your mouth. That is word for word what she types. As long as we get it before the end of the year. And that kind of stresses me out a little bit at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I didn't even get the shell that time. Yeah, episode 3 burned me out because at that point, I was working way too hard on it. I wasn't giving myself time to rest, and with episode 7, I'm kind of starting to fall into that same trap. I'm not really giving myself time to rest. Even during Memorial Day weekend when I was out with family, I still tried to get work done on it every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is really something I probably should have done. I know you didn't say that, but when people keep asking, it kind of feels like that is the insinuation I'm getting. It's what my mind starts telling me. Oh, if you don't get this out, everyone's gonna forget you. Everyone's gonna hate you. You're gonna lose your entire audience. Why? Because they want it now. They don't care about you. They only care about the animation. When I hear when it's gonna come out, eventually that's what it feels like. Because I think a lot of people forget I have a life outside of the animating. I have a full-time job I work on. I'm in a choir, I'm in a band, I'm in plays, musicals, that sort of stuff. And throughout all that, I'm still trying to get the animation out, and then everyone's like, oh, when's the next episode gonna be out? Please let it come out tomorrow. And it's like, please, treat me like a human being. I sometimes don't feel like a human being on YouTube sometimes. I'm going to be honest, I sometimes don't because of how many times people ask that as if I'm nothing more than a robot that's supposed to push out stuff. Like, why can't people just know how to be patient? Just read the community posts. I update people every month, and then even on the posts, people are still like, so when's it coming out? It's like, read! And the thing is, it's not really something a therapist can do. It's just the result of everyone trying to rush you when you just want to take your time. That's really all it is. The problem is, a lot of people on the internet, they don't seem to know that concept. So it gets tiring when you've heard it for the millionth time. That'd be enough to drive anyone insane. Who will win a fight, Sonic or Jax? Sonic, because, well, Jax doesn't really have much in terms of special powers, and Sonic is really freaking fast. Jax wouldn't be able to keep up. Japanese serialized storytelling. That I believe. Although there were, like, film serials back in the day as well, in, like, the 40s and such. Whoops! So after a while, I get sick of everyone asking when the animation is, as if they have nothing better to do with their time, but just badgering about an animation. And what really ticks me off is the second I get an animation done, before they even watch the animation, they're like, so when's the next one? It's like, did you even watch the one you've been asking for the past 6 months? Like, jeez. I don't need therapy for that. I really don't. But seriously, the first like 100 times it was asked, it was like, okay, let me say this. But then after a while, it's like, Why do they keep asking? Why do they keep asking? It's the same people that always ask. It's just annoying after a while. But I guess you wouldn't know unless you become a creator and have to deal with it yourself. Before that, you think it's not that big of a deal. Once you've dealt with it long enough, it becomes really annoying, especially because you can't avoid it. It always pops up. Like, seriously. If everyone wants to help, just... please, just, like, stop asking. It's like the best thing people could do. Just stop asking. Just look at the progress reports monthly, and just to wait for it. Do what people used to do. When news came up, they would just try to look into things when they can. Otherwise, you waited. You just waited. Sonic kids don't understand what a cliffhanger is. Like, whenever people keep asking when's the next animation, it's basically the equivalent of the dad having to endlessly hear, "Are we there yet?" and eventually losing their mind because they're sick of hearing it 1,000 times. It doesn't mean you need to go to a therapist. It just means you're sick and tired of hearing the same question over and over again that doesn't have a proper answer to give. After a while, it just kind of irritates you because, like, why do these people not know how to stop? I was the first person to make you cry while, watching some cycle. Cool! That's a compliment! But I remember, before like 2023, most people didn't really badger me with when the next animation's coming out. I would just give some word and they're like, alright, cool. And for a while, I did try and give release dates. Then they were always wrong, and that's when people started asking, why isn't the animation out? When's it gonna come out? And by that point, it just sort of became stressful. Tails is by far my favorite Sonic character. And he wouldn't keep asking questions like that unless he was asking questions that were conductive to, like, his research or something. Or maybe he'll figure he should look at some literary sources and get research that way. Well, sometimes you just need to have a certain kind of mind that can delve into that. And honestly, sometimes I do use my storytelling as a way to let out a little bit of steam, because usually I sort of keep emotions, I try to keep them in reserve because I don't really like getting angry at people, but sometimes if I have a lot of stuff built up, like, writing things down and acting things out is a great way to let out energy. Like, if I have too much excitable energy coming through, it really helps to just do some acting to get it out of there. It is therapeutic in a way. Yeah. Thing is, I know when I want to introduce characters, but I don't want to rush it. I want the time to introduce them to feel natural, not like a forced fan servicey type thing. Like when I introduced Amy, I felt like that was the right time to introduce her without it feeling forced. It felt like a natural time to introduce Amy. That's how I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do it in a way that it feels like a natural flow to the story, just start slowly building things up. Less so like, oh, look, it's this person, you see? I will never answer when a character is going to start appearing in the episodes. I like to keep that a complete surprise, which I bet will make even more people be like, oh, when's the next animation coming out? I can't wait to see Tails Up on episode 9, Tails' first cheesecake tomorrow. I remember once someone asked me when episode 6 is gonna come out when I was still working on episode 5, and I'm like, can I at least focus on the animation I'm currently working on? Like, when will episode 6 come out? Oh, how about sometime after episode 5 comes out? Hi, Kazaya. Yes, but at the same time, if the same question gets asked over and over again, tell me, would that not annoy you at some point? Patience can only go so far. Eventually, you're gonna run out. Adding intro sequences? What do you mean, like, intro sequences? Like, an anime opening type ordeal? I don't know, at this point it doesn't seem necessary to do that kind of thing. Honestly, that sounds like something an AI-generated Sonic video would do, or one of those really weird, made for kids but not really supposed to be for kids type animations. You know the ones. The ones where Tails is, like, suddenly pregnant and births a baby Sonic or something like that. I don't know, those really weird ones are just disturbing to look at. With that weird art style, like, Amy hurts Sonic's feelings, Sonic runs away, very sad story. Like that kind of stuff. Why would I ever use AI to write a script? Even if I told it to write like me, it would still clearly feel off. The only way to make it truly me is if, well, I do it. If I have AI do it, then I didn't make the script, AI made the script. And I don't think AI could fully replicate how I do things. Metal Gear Solid. You know, that's funny. I think I actually saw the original Metal Gear Solid at this retro game store I went to yesterday. I didn't buy it, but I did see it, I think. I think it actually was the original Metal Gear Solid, because I'm pretty sure I was looking at the PS1 games when I saw it. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Are we gonna see the voice from Soul? No. Though I haven't explicitly stated it in any of the other episodes. That town where the first episodes took place, at least the first half of it, that takes place about 100 miles away. So when Sonic found Tails, he took into his house, that was a 100-mile long run. So yeah, it took a little bit of time for Sonic to get home. So, yeah, they're in a completely distant location. We're never gonna see them again. Except in maybe a flashback or two involving Tails. But that's it. We probably won't get another Sonic anime just because Sonic's not popular enough in Japan to warrant making an anime. Like, Sonic X didn't do too well in Japan. The only reason we got a 3rd season was because it was popular in America. That's the only reason we got a 3rd season. So I don't think we're ever gonna get a Sonic anime because it's just not popular enough in Japan. So they're not gonna make one. Yep. And then once they noticed that Tails wasn't around anymore, they probably started getting bored and start trying to find someone else to pick on. Because they just weren't satisfied not having anyone to fight. Yes, Amy was showing compassion around Tails. I mean, let's face it, Amy is a character that believes in the power of kindness and love. She believes in that stuff wholeheartedly. I mean, you heard Amy in Sonic Frontier. She wants to share her love all over the world. She believes in that stuff. Who else will they pick on? I don't know. They'll find someone who wears dorky glasses or something. It won't be the same, but they'll start doing that to humble their own insecurities. But then because it's a more normal person, the kid's gonna tell his parents, and then it's going to go to someone else, and then, like, then the kids are gonna have to get in trouble, get grounded for a week, and be like, what a pain this is, that sort of thing, you know. But then the parents will never address the full bullying problems, because one of them, their parents probably are bullies themselves, and then the others are just like, I don't know, typical bully stuff. Old Shadow. If I knew how to properly make my own characters back then, I would have used different models. Will we ever see Vanilla? Sonic clearly trusts her. He considered giving Tails to her at first. I think she could also be an amazing figure in the little guy's life still. Again, when it comes to those kind of questions, I never answer that stuff. If it happens, but I otherwise don't really like getting into that stuff. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. That's usually what I like to say, because I don't want to reveal that kind of stuff. Unless it's like something that very obviously couldn't happen, like Shadow or Silver. Sorry, but Shadow's in hyperspace, and Silver is still in the future. Hypersleep. And Silver's still in the future. How do you make your own characters? There's this guy that goes by the name of, like, Vincentio TD or something like that, and he made a program whereby adding some, like, code into a Notepad Plus file, you can generate your own characters and then compile them into this program he made that takes the avatar sequence from Sonic Forces, uses the code for that, and generates a model that you can use. It's very helpful. And that's exactly what I used to create the bullies Andy and Jackson. Gary, I admittedly got from a group of Sonic Forces models on the Steam Workshop, but Andy and Jackson, I made those two myself using that program. You do have to understand a little bit of programming, but it's pretty basic stuff, honestly. It's nothing too complicated as long as you follow along the directions. You're on summer vacation? I've got a month to go. I work in an elementary school and I get the summers off. So I'm hoping by that point I'll feel even more rested to work on animating a lot. But I gotta make sure I don't tire myself out too much now, or by the time summer comes, I might feel even more burnt out. And I don't want to be burnt out during the summer because, well, I kind of plan on making the animations as my primary work during the summer, since it also makes me money. Why is your Sonic voice so buns? Wait, what does that even mean? Buns? What does that even... I don't even know what that means. Is this like Gen Alpha slang or something? Because I don't know what that means. You get out of school this week? What are you guys in like college or something? I know if you were in college, you'd probably already be done, but gosh darn it, just seems so early to be getting out of school. Where I'm from, grade schools didn't end until the end of June. It's the colleges that ended in May. Is that what he means? Well, can't he just say that instead of buns? Because buns doesn't make any sense. And it sounds like that because that's how I do it and you don't like it. That's about the only explanation I can give. I initially tried to go for Ryan Drummond, but clearly I don't sound like Ryan Drummond. Some people say I kind of sound like Jaleel White Sonic from like SATAM, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe less so the way he sounded in Underground because his voice sounded a little out of practice by that point. He sounded a little different in Sonic Underground. And yes, I do voice Amy in my videos. I've heard some people say that I should get someone else to voice Amy. Maybe that's sort of valid, but I don't know. Maybe I feel stressed about the idea of auditioning out of voice and then hoping I don't have drama with that person and that getting the voice clips I need isn't too difficult and that sort of thing. I don't know. It just always seems stressful to me, so I've kind of ignored it. Your videos are actually fire, though. Okay, so you like the stories, just maybe not so much the voice. I can respect that. Look, I'm just happy as many people enjoy my Sonic voice as they do, because I was not at all confident when I started. I always kept my Sonic and Tails voices a secret to everybody. Because I figured it wasn't very good. People wouldn't think it was very good, but then I started doing the animating and I actually had to use my voice, and enough people liked it. You sound like Sonic even when talking normally. Well, at this point, I think it's more of an accident. Maybe I've just done the voice enough times, I've just semi-changed my voice. I don't know anymore. Oh my gosh, it's 5:48. How am I still here? Try getting into using fam, but failed. Fam? That's like family, right? I don't know. I don't follow slang pure. I didn't even follow slang when I was in high school, because I didn't even think slang sounded good when I was in high school, which is the opportune time to be using slang. But I didn't care about words like lit or whatever other people. I don't even remember what other people. Oh, cray. Oh yeah, that was bad. But I think that was more of a millennial slang word. I don't know. I'm just usually not into slang. Honestly, I don't even follow what Orchard does anymore. What he does, I don't pay any attention to. Because again, I'm not really friends with him anymore. So whatever he does is whatever he does. I don't count it canon, especially since I don't even follow anymore. So, I don't know. So he saw what I did and decided to make an animation that takes place around that time. Okay then. I don't really follow what he does anymore. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't even jump that time. Yeah, no. Back when we were friends, did kind of think through it a bit, but now it's just what he does is what he does. I don't consider any of his animations canon, since I don't even follow through with it. I only pay attention to what I make. It's easier that way at this point. At this point, I don't really interact with him anymore, so I can't really tell him what to make and not make. So I didn't think he'd still be trying to make animations based on the alternate universe that I set up. I thought he was going in a different direction by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I threw it up. How have I been doing in life? Outside game burnout from the animation, I've been doing fine. I just really need to give myself a real break. I haven't taken a real break since October, and gosh, I am feeling it. Outside that, though, everything's fine. And I think once I've had some time to not animate and just like focus on relaxing, playing games, and hanging out with people a little more, I'll probably feel a lot better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't even grab the shell. October, that's still like 4 months away. But I do really love the month of October. But this will also be the first summer in years that I didn't have to worry about working a job or finding a job, so I'm gonna enjoy the summer this year. I mean, I don't think I get paid during the summer. It's a 10-month position, so I don't work July and August, but, well, I still have YouTube here. And if I do need some extra money, I don't know, maybe I can release the standby loop as a standalone video, because a lot of people probably haven't seen that, since a lot of people don't go on my streams. Stream lag? Ooh, are we reaching that point now? Maybe the stream wants to get ready to stop soon. Hang on, let me see here. It only dropped like an extra 60 frames or so. It's not bad. Just a brief off spot, that's all. Not that it matters, I've only got 7 more minutes left, and I'm still here! I'm improving, but I still didn't beat this level. I can't believe this. I'm never gonna beat this level. I'm gonna be stuck on this hack for the rest of my life, aren't I? I just want to beat this level. Oh well, I have a save state for the second half to use as a checkpoint so that I don't have to do the whole level over again next time I play. Good, because I would not be able to handle that. You know, if I had to start all over again, I would just save state every single moment I can. By that point on, because that's just ridiculous. Kaizo hacks always save the checkpoint. This hack should not be an exception. And this room would normally be the checkpoint from the first room. Yeah, I'm gonna die playing this hack. Yeah, once I beat the level, I'm gonna get a heart attack and die. And then someone's gonna take my Tails That Bond idea and kill it with AI. And it'll be AI-generated titles like Tails Get Hurt is Sad. Something like that might have happened. I honestly don't remember anymore. I really don't remember anymore. To me, this was like almost 2.5 years ago. It's water under the bridge by this point. I'm just done with it. Whoops. Oh, that was too early. I had a feeling that was too early. Oh, that sun's getting really bright now. Pity, it's starting to kind of get into my eyes, which is not good. Hopefully it doesn't make me sneeze. I tend to find bright daylight makes me sneeze. I remember all of the AI sex bot ads that used to invade YouTube. It was horrible. Like YouTube. Oh, no, no, no. You can't have any reference to sex. AI ads. Have fun. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, when you watch Orchard's animations, you should probably try and treat it a little more as its own thing, since I don't really acknowledge any of that stuff when making my own stuff. Well, I mean, there's some pretty adult anime on there, so it makes sense that they would allow some pretty adult advertisements. Because for every, like, Pokemon that's on an anime site, there's going to be... I don't even know what. But it'll be there because it exists. Yeah, so do I. I'm pretty sure some of those sites do. After all, there is a market for them. There's the regular anime sites. A sex bot, it's basically an AI bot that creates this, very sexy looking, girl, and you're supposed to, like, get dirty with her. You know, like, she'll raise her foot and you're supposed to, like, imagine that you're going to, like, suck on her toes or something like that. Really weird stuff like that. And I know that because I used to get those advertisements on YouTube. And I'd be like, why are you giving me this stuff, YouTube? Why is this even allowed? And they're always stressed very provocatively. Also, we should note how they don't make these sex bots of, like, sexy men. It's only women. Women. It shouldn't, but because it's an ad, YouTube allows it because money. If an advertisement does it, they look the other way. In the meantime, if a YouTuber does something, like, only 100th at that level, you could get punished for it. That's just how YouTube is. Whoops. Okay, I think this is my last try, because it's almost 6 o'clock. Okay, it's not 6 o'clock yet. We can still go again. It's not 6 yet. At least for me, it isn't. Okay, it's not 6. I gotta not look at the clock or I'm gonna keep dying. Okay, it's not 6 yet. We can still go. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is my official last try. If I fail now, that's it. When I fail, that's it. I'm not getting through the rest of this blind. Oh, okay, that's it. We're done. I still can't beat it. I can't believe it. Well, I'm at the second half of the level, but now I'm stuck in that stupid jump side to side to shell jump business. I can't do it! Oh well. I don't know. Maybe next stream I'm gonna have to start save scumming. I really don't know anymore. This is impossible. I just want to get to a new hack. Come on, I've played this one for so long, and it's all because of this one level. If I didn't play this level, this game would have been over like 3 or 4 streams ago. Okay, well, Maybe next time. I don't know anymore. Just like when my animations will be finished, I don't know when I'll finish this hack. I'm starting to really hate this hack. This level is way too hard for how long it is. Is this trying to tell me I'm only allowed to stream for 4 hours? Not that it matters, I'm leaving. Okay, maybe next time, this has been TailsFan 109. Don't play this hack, it hates people. Have a nice day.